Good morning. I'd like to call the regular scheduled meeting of the Board of Selectmen to order. It is now Monday, October 2nd, 2017. It is now 8:32. The first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. I'd like to ask Selectwoman Cartier to lead us, please.
Sure. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Cindy.
Joe, can we take a moment of silence for the people in Vegas? Or are you going to do that? Oh.
Just beat me to it.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Carl had asked me for that this morning, and I thought it was a great idea. So, because of the events that happened in Las Vegas this morning, we will take a moment of silence. Thank you. Thank you all for that. Item 2 is public forum, limited to 3 minutes on any agenda item. I don't see anybody wishing to address the board. We'll move on. Yeah, I'm going to answer the agenda. Okay. Before we go to item 3, we have 2 items to add to the agenda for use of the green. There's 8.2 and 8.3. Do I have a motion, please?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, added to the, we'll take those up later. Okay, item 3, approval of the minutes. 3.1 is the approval of the regular minutes for the meeting of September 18th, 2017. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Is there any additions or corrections? Okay. Seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor to approve the minutes as submitted?
Aye.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Item 4, Golf Course Commission. Representing the Golf Course Commission is Michael Pepp, who is our pro. And 4.1, consider and take possible action on a request to waive section 214-2, small a, of the town code to allow the serving of beer during the Guilford Lakes Golf Course Oktoberfest tournament at the golf course on October 28th and 29th, 2017. Mike, would you like to explain what's going on, please? First of all, good morning, and welcome.
Thank you for having me. I put a couple of tournaments together this year. First being the Guilford Amateur Championship, which was a great success, and everybody liked it so much they said, "Mike, keep them coming." So they wanted something in the fall, and I thought it would be great to keep play going at the golf course by creating an event at the end of October. So I came up with the Oktoberfest Fall Classic. This is what's on our website, and they were talking about a 36-hole event, so we did that. We're going to have Fit Spirits is going to be sponsoring the hole-in-one prizes. It's quite exciting. The posters or the tee signs that are in the pro shop. The grand prize is going to be a trip to either St. Andrews, Scotland for 2, or to Pebble Beach for 2, or for Hawaii for 2. That's an $11,000 package. The second prize is going to be domestic airfare for 2 around the country. A third hole-in-one prize will be for a set of Callaway irons, and the fourth prize will be for an LED TV. There'll be a numerous hole-in-one closest to the pins on Saturday, but the Sunday is the day that is the finale. The event is open to men, women, and juniors, and what was suggested at one of our last golf committee meetings is, because I understand a law has changed, that we perhaps pull a permit so that we can serve beer or provide beer, which would be purchased by the golfers, and it would go towards the golf course revenues. And so that's why I'm here today. Fit Spirits will sell a beer to us at wholesale. He'll actually be on the property on Sunday. I'm thinking of a large cooler in the shop near the area where we serve coffee, and so that everything's been an eye is kept on it, and they come right to the register and they purchase their beer there. We're going to be offering breakfast and also lunch. It's going to be not sponsored by, but provided by Deli U, and we're going to do something in the way of lunch, in the way of a flair of Oktoberfest, sauerbraten or something. So I think it'll be the biggest tournament the club ever had, and then I've got things set for Memorial Day, and then during the Saturday, the U.S. Open, and then the Guilford Amateur again during the Open Championship on Saturday. We'll do something Labor Day Saturday, and then we'll finish up next year with the Oktoberfest Fall Classic. So during the peak season, we'll have 5 tournaments that our regulars are very excited about because they haven't had that kind of structure in a number of years. So we'll just keep rolling along. So that's why I'm here today.
Okay, so you, excuse me. So you're looking for a waiver from our ordinance so you can serve beer.
Yes.
Okay.
Nothing else.
There's no wine then.
No.
Okay. All right. You mentioned that you're going to be selling it, and did you check with the police department on this too?
I didn't. I'm just throwing it. Nobody's done it there before. I was surprised it was suggested to me that we go and try to get this.
All right.
Joe, they did check with the police department.
They did.
They actually have an application into them that needs to go up to the state. Jeff's waiting for your approval before he signs it.
Okay, good.
So they're all
Okay,
set.
fine. If you were just giving it away, you'd be fine, but since you're selling it, Tracy's on top of it, so, okay.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of a revenue we can bring in on that. And of course, it's, again, something that was sort of taboo, so it wasn't my idea, but okay, we'll give it a whirl.
Okay, good. Any questions? I need a motion for the waiver. This would be for both days, the 28th and 29th.
Correct.
Okay.
So moved.
Second.
All right. Any discussion?
My only question is this,
Jerry?
rain or shine? What happens in,
Well, we won't close the golf course unless it's unplayable. Let's put it that way.
good luck.
Thank you.
Any further comments, questions? Call question, all in favor?
Aye.
Good luck, Mike.
Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you, Greg.
Nice meeting you all.
Okay, good.
Happy Oktoberfest.
Item 5, Fire Chief Charles Hersheff, 5.1, discuss and take possible action on the purchase of Stryker Power Pro XT stretcher and related equipment from Save Lives off-state contract 15 PSX 0287, which we hope we never have to use.
Good morning.
Morning.
You summed it up very well. We're looking to buy the stretcher for $15,492.94. The manufacturer of the ambulance was willing to sell this one for $18,546. So I'd like state contract was a better way to go in saving $3,000.
Now, this
We're going
will
to
equip the new ambulance. You just said it, new ambulance, okay, all right.
The one in the old ambulance is not usable?
No. Because it's not a power load, it's a manual load, and it's 8 years old.
We need a motion to either approve or disapprove.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries, unanimous, thank you. 5.2, consider and take possible action to contract with Fiscal Control for the purchase of a Lucas device compression pump. Now I know what a Lucas device is.
Right,
Okay.
this is the device that we use to do CPR. We have one presently. This is a second one for the new ambulance again. There was another model that we did get a price on, which was a little cheaper, but by the time we do the retraining on everybody and having 2 different devices, it was just made more sense to stick with the same manufacturer, which is Physio Control, and the amount of that is $14,152.80.
And I'll ask the question again. This is for the
The new ambulance.
new ambulance again, okay.
And they're bonded because it's part of the package for the new ambulance. It's bonded as a...
Right, it's a bonded money, right,
Because
it's
it's
packaging
part of
money,
the
right, it's a part of the
package for the-
equipment, that's correct, Gary.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Question. Need a motion?
I'll move that also.
Second.
Any discussion on the motion? Call the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.
Good morning.
Thank you, Chief. Okay. I don't see the town engineer yet in here, no? Does somebody want to tell him that we're moving along quicker and he moves? Okay, thank you. Okay, Up to appointments and resignations, then I have, if the board doesn't mind, I'll skip town engineer until he gets here. Appointments and resignations, 7.1, act on a recommendation to appoint Diane Auger to the Agricultural Commission as an alternate for a term to expire September 29, 2020. Do I have a motion, please?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous, thank you. 7.2, act on a recommendation to reappoint Clevin Clark to the Inland Wetlands Commission for a term to expire February 28, 2021. Do I have a motion, please?
Second.
Okay.
My only comment, according to his application, he's been on 8+ years. Would he not be term limit?
I'll look at me when, I didn't have that on mine, he still had another term.
Okay, because he's the one that put 8+ years.
He may have been an alternate that
Alternate.
moved up, so he's probably adding that in there, but his
Okay.
I'll double check.
Yeah.
I believe that's true. He was an alternate at one time.
I'll double
Okay,
check.
okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. These town engineers here, but why don't we go along to request for the use of town property?
I would move that we approve the one use and the 2 signs as presented in the amended agenda.
Okay, that's 8.1 to 8.3. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you all. Okay, we'll go back to item 6, town engineer. 6.1, consider and take possible action to file an application with the State of Connecticut Department of Transportation for approval of electronic informational sign. Good morning. Jim.
Good morning. Sorry, I'm late. I didn't realize I was
We'll
moving
move
on
along
that
pretty
fast.
quickly.
Holy
This-
cow.
yeah.
Well, the location of the proposed sign will be in front of the Adams School. Looked at the traffic data for the town. There's 13 to 14,000 vehicles go by there every day. So that's the average daily traffic. It's a good location. We did pass it by the Board of Education, and Cliff Graham checked with his folks, and they were content to see it go there as long as we don't identify it as a Board of Education sign, so they don't start getting a lot of calls. It's going to be a Town of Guilford sign. The intent of the sign would be to replace the banner that was over Route 1. That was a maintenance nightmare and a real liability, I think, for the town. And to replace that vote sign at the north end of the green. I think at the location in front of Adams School would be a lot more identification of that something's going on. We talked about oriented so that it would be better one way or another. In discussing it somewhat with the state, they would just as soon like to see it perpendicular to the flow of traffic. It's a slow zone, you're right in front of the school, people will see it. Rather than try to turn it at 45, so you see it going one way or the other better, but I think that after talking to the state, they would rather see it as I've shown it on the site plan. There is a,
Yeah, but then people aren't gonna see it.
they will. I think they will. We could turn it that way. I mean, it really doesn't make that much difference. It would be better if you could do it two ways.
You can't do a two-way sign?
You can do it, but the backside is going to be on the school side.
No,
No, you mean perpendicular.
perpendicular and
No,
have it,
no,
so
that
you
would
can
be-
read it both leaving and going into town.
You've only got a distance of about 10 feet to the back of walk. And so you don't really, you encroach on the snow shelf. They won't let you have an obstruction in that area. So they would, if you could do it if you put it back on the town or the Board of Education property and put it in that location. But then you get into this way, you don't even have to go through zoning. You can locate it right in the state right of way.
Okay, so it's gonna face the road?
Yeah.
All right, so it's not gonna be perpendicular, so all right, no,
So
I
how,
get it.
no offense, Jim, how are you gonna see, and you're gonna drive by, nobody is gonna turn their head, when you drive like this, unless you're stopped.
I think it's a fairly slow zone. You'll see it. No different than the banner that was over Route 1.
No, but it's
where
right
you're
in
going
front of you.
Yeah, but you look at there when you're driving that way. It's subject to, it's a subjective decision. So, It would be better if, I think, I agree, that you could go perpendicular, but
So
then.
they
you-
saying no?
Yeah, it would become an obstruction in the right-of-way, they don't want that. If we could tuck it back to the edge of the right-of-way, they would.
Why not put it right in front of Adams School in that little green area there?
Well, then we would get into going through
Zoning.
zoning, and they didn't even, well, we had something looked at by zoning to put these kinds of signs, they're not allowed, except, we had a special provision
Right.
written for it, but then you have to meet all kinds of setback requirements, and you're setting it back even further. You know, it's one of those things that it doesn't fit any nice formula where you can just use it. So,
How big is it?
We met some, I'm trying to decide, some objection when we went to the zoning subcommittee on it.
it'd be, the whole structure would be about 10 foot long. It'll
What
be-
about over by the commuter parking area on the exit and entrance ramp somewhere over there? I mean,
No, there's all kinds of places. I think it's a good location in the traffic. You're talking about people not being able to see it over there. It's so congested, people turning one way or the other. I think it'd be a distraction. Here, it's a linear flow, north-south.
yeah.
It's also a question of where we're going to draw the power from, too.
Yeah, and there are power poles, and there's also a lighting, light poles out in front of the school. We can draw power from both locations.
That's not a very good picture. We took some pictures
Particularly since it says Clinton.
I know. We took some pictures of other towns that have done some very nice,
This is just dimensional.
Signs. yeah.
No, the sign looks great.
I mean, Old Saybrook, North Branford, Clinton
Yeah.
has a nice sign. Not that one, that's just a,
Well, you know, what Gary asked me, it's gonna be about 10 foot long, and the total height is about, shown here is about 6'9". You have a lower block for it, than just a support, platform for it. Then you set your sign on top of that.
They have 13 or 14,000 cars a day, is it?
Yeah.
We should put a toll booth up there.
That's slow down, they can read the sign.
You say you put it right on the toll booth.
see, now that's the way a state can get bigger problems, but,
Jim, is this computerized?
Yeah.
So somebody from a room somewhere
Right.
Yes,
changes
it's
the
all,
messages?
all
and
by,
does all that?
yeah.
and it would
It's
be
got a
used
wi-
for emergency
Wi-Fi
purposes
link.
also, yeah.
So you can do it right from Tracy's desk.
So is this Tracy again?
Communication, that's communications specialist.
Tracy can do it from home.
Thank you, Tracy.
The question before us is, giving Jim the authority to submit the encroachment permit to the state, since it is a state right away.
I would approve it, absolutely. I just ask that you maybe look and see if we can turn it away. I just know a lot about signs because of our businesses, so I could just tell you that it's not going to be viewed in because people aren't going to turn their head and look that way in the same way they would if the sign were facing the other way. That's, you're not maximizing the traffic and the use of the sign by having it the other way, that's all.
Yeah, I'll second. And recognizing the physical limitations, I see the possibility that some future board might come up with a better location for it. God bless them if they can.
Well, my
I
first
know.
thought was to look, I had Jim look at US 1
Right.
and just couldn't get a good location. Believe it or not, we couldn't
Yeah.
come up with a good location.
And it's funny to say, the section in the area where the old banner was, we don't have a real decent location. You have close right-of-way lines. And I think the traffic flow here
Oh, no,
in
it's
terms
perfect.
is perfect.
It's a perfect location.
Route 1, some people just avoid Route 1, especially on
Heavy
weekends. 'cause
exit
it's-
entry. No, it's a perfect location, it really is.
Was that a motion you made?
Yeah, this has got to submit an
And you
application.
second? Okay.
We just got our comments in as part of the.
Okay.
I'm just asking that you look to see if you can turn it the other way.
I tend to agree with you, because when Jim and I talked about it, I would have liked to see it turn the other way, but.
You know what I can do is I can talk to the manufacturer. There are, it's set up so that you can do it either way. maybe there's a way of designing it so
Yeah.
that you split it,
A triangular.
yeah.
Well,
That would be a
let's get the approval
that'd be
from
really
the
good.
state first.
And I'll broach both those subjects with
And
them.
then you guys can work on it.
Because actually that is a maximum sign.
Yeah.
Because that actually follows your vision of traffic.
Yeah, the
The
triangular
angle,
one would be neat.
the angle one is actually the best.
We'll
When
come up
you
with a
use
It
new
doesn't have to
design.
be it doesn't have to be 90 degrees.
No.
Some angle.
Yeah, 45.
If you did it 30 degrees off this way and then 30 degrees
Might
that
have
way,
enough width.
you'd catch the eye, I think.
It actually, it's the best.
I'll try that.
Now, we even,
If you invent it, we'll split the royalties with you.
we even
Oh,
thought
thank
about by emergency service center, but that would be too many
You
signs.
got the police and everything else, all those signs.
Well, and it's too far up.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, do you know what the daily count is on Route 1, say from CVS down to Goose Lane?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I did look at it, but it was, I don't think it was any much, it wasn't any higher than
Okay.
77.
Same ballpark?
Yeah, I know I had when we did further east on Route 1, over near Sunrise, it was 12,000 vehicles. So this actually has a couple of thousand more cars per day. Which I
CVS has got to be double.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Well, yeah, depending on which way they're coming. If
Yeah.
they're coming.
Okay. All right, I have a motion on the floor. Is there any further comment or discussion? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, James.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to add while you're here? That's it?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Correspondence? Haven't got any old business, new business. Just want to bring to everybody's attention, we saw an article in the paper that the fire department was awarded the SAFER grant for 8 new firemen. We most likely will be asked to take that up at our next Board of Selectmen meeting, which will be October 16th. Judging from the comments I've been receiving and emails, I think you've all been receiving copies too, we might be moving the location of the meeting to possibly the firehouse, Trace, because the community center is going to be, is booked already.
Do we want to consider moving it to the evening, Jeff? Where people could attend?
I don't know, we'll think about that, but right now I think we're okay. That's all I have for new business. Anybody else? Public forum, limited to any item, limited to 3 minutes. Anybody wishing to address the board? Okay. If not, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, we're adjourned at 8:55. Thank you very much, everybody.